I'm happy that you came over today to see what we're trying to do here at the Kahnawà Healthy Housing Site. We've been promoting gardening, planting of trees, organic gardening especially, to reduce our exposure to chemicals. And I pre-dug a hole so I wouldn't be sweating while I'm talking to you guys and all out of breath. So I did what you do when you're getting ready to plant. You dig your hole, you get some water, you bring your plants close by so that when you're ready, all your tools are handy. The Environment Protection Office has basically put together a small brochure. It's called Basic Steps to Gardening. Why make a garden? And it identifies where to put your garden, what tools you need, how to improve your soil. Like the soil here is not bad. When I was digging it, I thought maybe I would have to bring in some black soil or something, but it seems quite sandy and good. You have to know about your frost date, and then it tells you about buying seeds and seedlings. A lot of our people, they start their seeds in the window. If they have a south-facing window, they'll start their seeds in February, because it can get expensive to go out and buy plants and seeds. And so it talks about buying seeds and seedlings, taking care of your gardening. It's better to start with something small. Like we haven't turned the soil over here. We haven't turned the soil yet for the planting that will take place. Generally, in our culture, well, most recent culture, when the men were working in the United States, the planting would get done on Memorial Weekend. By then, the risk of frost was quite low. So here, what we've begun with and what we encourage people to do is maybe a little bit of raised bed gardening. And just start small so you don't get discouraged, because you know, soon pools will be opening and then you won't be thinking of your garden because it'll be warm and you'll forget about it. So you'll have weeding to do, you have watering, you have mulching. There's all kind of care that your garden needs. So if you start too big, you might get discouraged. So you're better off to start small the way we have. We're using our own compost that we make over here at the Environment Protection Office. And we've started well, one of the things we wanted to do when we came out here was to start using edible landscaping, which will consist of apple trees, pear trees, berry bushes. Instead of just having like a rose bush, maybe having a berry bush or a few berry bushes, because with the price of fruits and vegetables, fresh fruits and vegetables, not ones that are brought maybe from Guatemala or Mexico or some, you know, one of those faraway places. We can plant those things over here, and the fruits and vegetables that are native to us, like strawberries, raspberries, blackberries, apples, pears, all those type of trees that grow well in this climate. If we start there and then try to concentrate our efforts on corn, bean, squash, we call them the three sisters, and try to concentrate your efforts on that and then go from there. With us, we always encourage it after May 21st, which is our planting day here in Kahnawà, and we take it from there. There's even wild strawberries growing here. We didn't plant these, but these wild strawberries grew prolific all throughout Kahnawà, but with land filling and other things that went on, it's scarce now to find wild strawberries, so we have to try to learn to protect those too. Where I dug the hole for this mulberry tree, it was a bare patch. There was nothing growing on it except my friends the dandelions. So this is where we decided to put this mulberry tree. Just like the old days, the women did all the gardening while the men were out having fun hunting. You can see I wore my planting clothes. Quite simple. If I can do it, anybody can do it, because I'm not that versed in planting. So as you see, I put some water in the hole first to help the roots regenerate once I take it out of the pot. You can loosen it a bit with your shovel so that it comes out of the pot quite easily. And it will give me a hard time because I'm on camera, right? So there you go. Basically, we purchased these from a nursery, so they were already established. But there are times where you can just get cuttings. You can just get the cuttings and you can just grow the trees yourself, because a fruit tree can run anywhere from $25 to, geez, maybe $80, depending on the age of it, of course. Okay, so you can see from the time I started, well, I got prepared a little bit ahead of time. It didn't take much time whatsoever. And now we'll take this tree and we'll watch over it, wait for it to grow. And then I'll also water the other trees. So here we have 2 cherry trees. They're growing quite nice. They're almost established. They've been growing for 1 week. So I don't know if we'll get fruit this year. It's doubtful. Usually you have to wait a year for your fruit. So the instructions said that it needed sunlight for a good part of the day. So with the sun coming from the east and then coming over, it's got sun for the majority of the day. And then when the hot sun is here, it's got a bit of shade. So these are just about established now, and we're hoping our other tree will establish itself as well. And if you want to see the trees that were planted in the past year or so, we can go to the other side of the house. So we're trying to do our best to establish edible landscape, to have our own supply of fruits over here. We don't have a big supply yet, but hopefully in years to come we will. We have rhubarb that has been donated to us by Linga Zitzaruguas' grandfather, the late Frank Jacobs. So these ones grow every year. It's nice. They're annuals. There's not much work involved. They're already starting to go to seed. They don't last long, but they're very delicious for just eating like that, or making pie, or, you know, sauce. So we have these beautiful rhubarbs growing here. You can see over here we've started a little tree nursery, because we find that trees are getting cut down at almost an alarming rate in Kahnawà. Our air is changing. The less trees we have, the more heat. And I find that the weather has changed a lot. I don't even know if it's just global climate change or because of what we've done to our environment here in Kahnawà. So we're encouraging you to plant trees. Every year Kahnawà has a good tree giveaway, and we encourage everybody to get those trees and plant them to help clean the air in your neighborhood. Give your lungs a treat instead of the pollution that we have to be impacted by. So we started with a little nursery here, and people can do that. You take care of your new trees like they were one of your little kids, and you give them good treatment and feed them properly and raise them, and then they'll be good to you in later days. They'll be giving you shade and maybe food. So we encourage everybody to plant their own trees, plant their food. And never mind cutting. You don't have to, if you build a house, you don't have to clear the area. You can just do some selective cutting, save the nice big trees for later on, and put your house in the middle of it so the house will stay cool naturally. So that's all from the Kahnawà Healthy Housing Project. Signing off.